Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. Here is the lovely Noor, and we are back in London. Down there is Admiralty Arch, and if you go down this road, which is a very famous procession road, you can see down there, that is Buckingham Palace in the distance. We'll just run out the way because I'm going to get people walking past and there's police brutality going on there. We don't want to see that. So today's video, just a short video of something that I've noticed. Actually, it's been quite funny. I've noticed it quite often on YouTube in the last couple of days or week, that the current in word with everything that happens in woke gaming is imploded. I think I've seen it tagged into so many different things. IGN have imploded, BioWare have imploded, Sweet Baby have imploded. Everyone is imploding. It sounds very painful and good because those companies need to implode or whatever that entails. And there's others. It seems to be every company that's been involved with woke decisions or woke games or woke commentary or woke bias, they're all imploding. But despite all that and all this imploding, I just wonder how much it's going to change anything. As I said in the previous videos about Sweet Baby, they're trying to go underground and change how they look and go into hiding, but they're still going to be there. They're still going to try and influence games. Even if all the gaming companies, developers suddenly decided we don't want to do any more woke, there's enough games that have been made during the woke period that are still going to come out, just like all the games that have been coming out recently before this woke backlash started. So we've got a whole load of games to still come out that have been made like that and didn't expect this backlash to be going on. And if they could go back in time now and change those games, I don't know if they would, because we've seen the games come out and they try to defend them and they basically attack gamers. I'm going to come to one little thing on that as well. But yeah, I just wondered if all these imploding companies is actually going to change anything in the short term. Obviously not, because like I said, games are still going to be made that were woke, that were made before all this happened. But will all these things go away, or we just get the likes of Sweet Baby, people related to Sweet Baby, other woke parts of companies just branching off to be secret influencers, secret advisors, secret parts of companies, and continue to do that? I don't know, because as I've said before, they don't seem to care about the games or sales anyway, so why would that change? And yeah, another thing that I've seen, which I've mentioned before, is how many, and this is actually probably more scary than the woke part of it, how many times a game fails. We can go through them all. Of our Dragon Age doesn't matter, List Concord doesn't matter, where instead of criticising their own game, or just admitting that the game wasn't any good, or there was problems with the game, or trying to rectify it, like even Bethesda did with Starfield, and you know, they've tried. I'm not saying it's a great game now, it wasn't a great game, but they've addressed the fact that they needed to change things. They put in a rover so you can travel around without running around, and they've updated things. CG Projekt Red, when they did Cyberpunk, instead of admitting the game's bad or trying to change parts of it to address the problems, nowadays all these woke companies, they just attack gamers in a really aggressive way. Basically, when I said this before as well, gamers are idiots, we don't care what gamers think, we don't like making games for gamers, which is the name of this channel. But it's just funny, because if you don't like making games for gamers, then why are you making games? Games aren't like a painting where you can paint your own ideas and you don't have to sell it. If you're making a game, you're making it to sell, therefore you're making it for gamers. So the idea that you don't want to make a game for a gamer is ridiculous. The idea that you hate your audience or your consumers is ridiculous. And if you want to do something in the context of art, and there's a very thin line between gaming and art, like all things, then just paint or make a little video game in your own back garden, and don't try and sell it. But if you're selling a game that you want to sell, and that's the point to why you're making it, and you're being backed by usually shareholders, then you need to respect the gamers and the audience and the customers, and not say that you don't care about them, or you're not making games for them, or you don't care what they think, or they're idiots or sexist or racist, because I think that's probably even more scary than the woke business is the fact that the toxicity against gamers by people who've made rubbish games is quite frightening, actually. Anyway, thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers from London. A nice sunny day in London. Until next time, take care for now.